Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Victoria and today I'm going to be making a Ukrainian flag cake. So this video is also a way to kind of make a budget friendly cake because I didn't have all my instruments around, but I just had to make do with what I had. To start, we're going to be needing a bowl, a turning stick, a baking pan, measuring spoon, and a measuring cup. For ingredients, we use flour, sugar, margarine, milk, eggs, and baking powder and flavor. The quantity is going to be in the description box below. Before we start, we're going to grease our pan and preheat the oven. If you have a thermometer, this should be about 180 degrees Celsius, but if you don't have, just put it on medium heat. And then we start by mixing our margarine and sugar. You're going to have to mix it a lot, and this is physically demanding because you have to mix it till it's soft and fluffy. So you can see I just kept on mixing, and you can see how much it changed. I mixed it for about 10 to 15 minutes. After mixing, I added the eggs one by one. So just add one, do a little mixing, and then add the other one. So as I mentioned earlier, that I just had to make do with what I had. I'm actually using a cup, a stainless cup as my baking pan because I didn't have a baking pan as small as I wanted. So after that, I added the milk, and actually I'm going to end up adding more milk because I noticed the milk I added was so small, and my cake was very thick. So the mixture, I sifted in the flour. I sifted it in because in case there are any particles there, and also it makes the cake more fluffy because it aerates it. After I added the baking powder and more milk, as I said. Once I'm done with the mixing, I'm going to be adding the flavoring. That's vanilla essence. So as I said earlier, I'm making a Ukrainian flag cake and Ukrainian theme generally. So the Ukrainian flag is yellow and blue, and the yellow part signifies sunflower. So I wanted to make the inside yellow and chocolate, like for the chocolate part of the sunflower. And I did something very, very stupid here. I wanted the inside to be like the middle to be chocolate, only the middle. So I thought doing this would actually help with that, but then this was a very, very ridiculous idea I had. So I just eventually just poured it in and then added the remaining yellow on top. So after, I just place it in the oven for a few minutes. To check if your cake is done or not, just put a clean toothpick or a broomstick in the middle, and if it comes out clean, then you know it's done. To bring it out of the pan, I just use the blunt part of the knife to scrape the edges and then just turn it into a plate. And as you can see, the chocolate part actually came out quite well. And then I started making the buttercream. For buttercream, we're going to be needing margarine, icing, sugar, flavoring, milk, and coloring. So for this one, you're also going to have to start by mixing the butter or margarine, and I have to mix and mix and mix. Even with this color, I was meant to mix it more because it's actually meant to be like white, but that's how much I could go. And then I sipped in the icing sugar, and then also do more mixing. After mixing, like because it gets thick, then you add a little milk, about 1 tablespoon of milk, and then flavor. You can add flavoring after mixing or before, anyhow. And then you mix and you have your icing sugar, your buttercream. So I just divided into two, added yellow coloring in one part and blue in the other. Oh, just one more Ukrainian flag fact here. The blue part signifies the sky. So before I started covering my cake, I allowed my cake to cool, and then I brought it out. I leveled it, and I'm going to be using just a milk tin for my turntable, and this spoon as my palette knife. I mean, as my scalpel, and then a knife as my palette knife, a normal knife. And the knife actually works quite well doing the crumb coat. I didn't think it would work that well, so I just did a little crumb coating. And for some reasons, I didn't record when I started doing this piping it, but I remembered to continue by the time I got to the blue part. So I just piped it around, and I was done with my cake. So just a little confession, because I was in a rush, I didn't allow my cake to cool down completely. So if you pay close attention, you could see some parts melting off. But yeah, that's the end, and this is how my cake came out. The inside also actually came out quite well. It was okay. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time.